Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great, and welcome to this new video on the Superverse, which I wanted to cover. I think for obvious reasons, it's been incredibly bullish last week already, but over the course of today, actually, it continued to be very, very strong. So wanted to give you my thoughts. Wanted to talk about what's possible here, what to expect in terms of price action, how much further up we can go, of course. So that's what we'll do. Hope you're having a good weekend. Let's get started. So what happened earlier, and we have to start with this. What happened earlier already is what happened on last week basically. So last week, Super already started to gain a ton of momentum, which you can also see right here. If we go to the open interest chart, gain a ton of momentum, got a big bullish breakout, right? So that's right here, and this is also what we'll get back to a little bit later, because we have to, there's also some bearish things about this, but what you saw is that since the 10th of September, massive buys were coming in, and then especially the 11th of September, which was earlier than the markets. I mean, the market started to really warm up, also the 11th, but mainly the 13th as well, and Super was relatively quiet during the 13th. But no, we got a big bullish breakout. All right, you can see that there's a massive key level right here between 75 and 80 cents, and we were able to break above that on the higher time frames. And then in the last 4 or 5 days, we've basically confirmed the breakout. Right, we've confirmed that it wasn't a fake out. Markets continue to be relatively strong here, so we got the bounce, and that's where the bullish momentum is coming from. It's the break of a very it's the break of a high time frame structure. With momentum coming in afterwards, because that's what we're seeing right now, that there is a lot of momentum in a very short period of time coming in, right? Basically in what is it, like 3 hours, you got all of this momentum coming in, pushing the price up. Before that, you saw some buys coming in as well, because we did hit a significant support level again after retesting that level between 80 cents and 78 cents in this case. But then, like I said, last 3 hours, it really blew up. So now the big question is, well, what to expect and what's going on? Because Superverse, I mean, it's a legit project, all right? These moves, if it would happen for a different coin, I would say, well, maybe there's some manipulation going on. And I do think that's the case with Superverse as well, but it's not completely unjustified, I want to say, right? The project is developing a lot of things on Telegram right now. Telegram is and Ton are recovering quite well here, but if you look at the volume and where the volume is coming from with Superverse, you can see a lot of volume coming from sources which I would call shady, and that's also where the risky thing comes in, because Super at this point of time, it is bullish, right? I think it's most likely, if you look at the higher time frame structure here, like we are at a pretty significant resistance level right here. I would say around $1, obviously, which is also a psychological resistance level. So I do think we'll find resistance here soon. Maybe we'll still spike up to 1.1, but I don't think we'll break that. But then afterwards, the question becomes, well, can we actually continue, right? Can we actually continue this bullish structure? And I'm not sure about that, right? Because there is, like, momentum coming in like this just worries me in general. It's usually a very small group of traders, of whales, pumping up the price, buying ridiculous amounts of Super at a decent price, and then retail comes in, and you can already see that quite a lot of Super is being dumped right now. So I would be careful. There's also a bit of an imbalance here. If you look at the price, which is definitely making higher highs, and if you look at the open interest, which is making lower highs, now the RSI is actually quite strong here, right? So there's no major bearish divergence, but still I would be careful, right? I would say it's more likely here that, Super can actually push up a little bit higher maybe, but we will find resistance here around $1, and from there I think we'll pull back into 88 cents, possibly into 85 cents, and then from there we'll consolidate, and from there we could rally up higher with a more sustained move up to 1.1 and 1.15. But I would be careful, all right, because there is a big risk of dumping here with all the big positions that have been opened, well, basically since the last month. So this is what I would say is most likely. I do expect some sort of a sell-off relatively soon, in the next 24, 48 hours after the spike. And then from there, if we can actually hold this level here at 88, 85 cents, then we can continue to be bullish and get up to 1.1 and 1.15. If we're not able to hold that, if we drop down lower to than 80 cents, for example, it's going to be relatively, it's going to be a bit of a painful period, I would say. So those are my thoughts for now. All right, if you do have any questions, let me know down in the comments. But for now, thank you for watching. Take care and bye.